How many times today did you type the same prompt in Claude Code? Pull request descriptions, fixing lint errors, explaining code. You do this every single day. I'm about to show you 3 custom commands that replace all of it. Stay till the end. The third one changed everything for me.
Custom/commands in Claude Code. You write a prompt once, save it as a markdown file, and from that moment on, nowhere by markdown, one word does everything. Here are the 3 commands I use every single day. Okay, so here's how custom commands work in Claude Code. It's actually so simple that most people don't believe me when I explain it. You create a folder called .claude/commands inside your project. That's it. That's the setup. Inside this folder, you create markdown files. And here's the magic. The file name becomes the command. So if you create a file called pr.md, you now have a /pr command. If you create fix.md, you have /fix. The file name is the command name. Inside the markdown file, you write whatever you want Claude to do. It's just a prompt. The same prompt you'd normally type manually. Except now, you never have to type it again. One word triggers the entire thing. And there's no configuration, no plugins, no extensions to install. It's just a folder with markdown files. Claude Code reads them automatically. Let me show you how to create each one. Let's build the first command. It's mutton/pr. This is the one I use literally every single day, multiple times a day. Here's the problem. Every time you finish working on a feature, you need to create a pull request on GitHub. You need to write a title. You need to write a description of what you changed and why. You need to add a test plan. Then you need to push your branch and create the PR. This takes me 10 to 15 minutes every time. And if you're creating 3 or 4 PRs a day, that's almost an hour just on pull request descriptions. So here's what I put inside pr.md. I'll show you the exact content. Look at all staged and unstaged changes using gitdiff. Create a pull request with a clear title under 70 characters, a summary of what changed and why, and a test plan with bullet points. Push the branch and create the PR using the GitHub CLI. That's the entire file. Now watch what happens when I type /pr. Claude reads the gitdiff. It understands what I changed. It writes a professional title. It writes a detailed description. It adds a test plan. It pushes my branch. And it creates the pull request on GitHub. There's the link. Done. 15 minutes of work, 5 seconds, 1 word. Command number 2, /fix. And if you've ever stared at a wall of red lint errors, you're going to love this one. Here's the situation. You're in the zone. You're coding fast. You're shipping features. And then you run the linter. 47 errors, 12 type errors, unused imports, missing semicolons, wrong types. It happens to all of us. And normally you'd go through these one by one, file by file, error by error. It takes 5 to 10 minutes minimum. Here's what I put inside fix.md. Run the linter for this project. Read every error and fix them all. Run the linter again to verify 0 errors remain. If any errors remain, fix those too. Simple, right? Now watch. I've intentionally broken some code here. Look at all these errors. 47 errors across 6 files. Now I type /fix. Watch Claude go through each file. It's reading the errors, understanding the context, making the fixes. And there, linter runs again, 0 errors, all green. 47 to 0. 8 seconds. This is my second most used command after /pr. Okay, command number 3, and this is the one I told you to stay for, /explain. This command completely changed how I approach new projects. Think about the last time you joined a new codebase or opened an open source repo you've never seen before. What do? You start reading files. You look at the package.json. You browse the source folder. You try to figure out the architecture. What framework is this? How is the data flowing? Where's the entry point? This can take you half a day, sometimes a full day for a complex project. Here's what I put inside. Explain.md. Read the project structure, package.json, and main entry files. Write a clear summary covering what this project does. the tech stack used, how the code is organized, and the key entry points and data flow. Now watch. I'm going to open a project I have never seen before. I type /explain. Claude reads the files. Watch it go through package.json, the source directory, the config files, and there it is, a complete summary, the tech stack, the architecture, how everything connects. In 10 seconds, I understand this project better than if I spent 30 minutes reading code. This is a game changer for onboarding, for code reviews, and for open source contribution. Now that you have your 3 commands, let me show you 3 advanced tricks that make custom commands even more powerful. Trick number 1, arguments. Inside your prompt file, you can use $arguments. This lets you pass dynamic input to your command. So if you create a refactor.md with $arguments, you can type /refactor followed by a file name. And that file name gets injected into your prompt. Super useful when you want one command that works on different files. Trick number 2, global commands. Instead of putting your commands in your projects.claude folder, put them in ~claude/commands. That's your home directory. These commands work in every project on your machine. I keep my personal productivity commands there, like /morning for stand-up prep. Trick number 3, team sharing. This is huge. The .claude/commands folder is just a regular folder in your project. Commit it to Git, push it, and your entire team gets the same commands instantly. Everyone on the team can type /PR and get the same consistent pull request format. No more, how do I write a PR description questions in Slack? Before we wrap up, here are 5 more commands you can build right now. I will go through them quickly. Number 1, /deploy. Run all tests, build the project, create a Git tag with the version, and create a GitHub release with a changelog. 1 word to ship to production. Number 2, /test. Point it at any function and it generates comprehensive tests for you. Unit tests, edge cases, error handling, all automated. Number 3, /review. Get a code review without opening a pull request. Claude reads your changes and gives you feedback like a senior engineer. I run this before every single PR. Number 4, /seed. Generate realistic seed data for your database. No more manually writing seed scripts. Claude reads your schema and creates data that makes sense. And number 5, /morning. Check your Git history from the last 24 hours, summarize what you worked on, and list any open pull requests. I run this every morning before stand-up. The rule is simple. If you type a prompt more than once, make it a command. Your future self will thank you.
That's 3 custom commands, 1 hour saved every single day. If you want more, I'm dropping a new AI tool every day for 30 days. Subscribe right now so you don't miss tomorrow's. Drop a comment. Which command are you building first? See you tomorrow.